Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Slay the Princess, the Pristine cut. Oh boy, there's more of it. There's more princesses.
There are more princesses to find, to hold, to cherish, to slay.
To be slain by, more likely than not.
Yes! Oh my god, we're back! I can't believe we're back in Slay the Princess.
Me neither. I know this was one we were discussing for a while because so what this is an expansion on the original of Slay the Princess. It's the same base game, but with more princesses and more stuff and more reactions and more dialogue and more. And on one hand, I was actually very content with where I left Slay the Princess. I was very happy with our original playthrough and our journey with this story and with these characters and with this world. But I'm not going to deny that I'm curious, you know?
Yes. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was very pleased, with what our experience was with Slay the Princess, the original release, and I wanted to sort of honor and stay true to our very genuine reactions that we had in that. But we talked about it, and after thinking about it for a while, this just feels like a fun little extra gift.
Yeah, we get a little bonus time.
Yeah.
Bonus time.
I'm so thrilled, and I know that Black Tabby Games worked very hard on this edition of the game. This is essentially just the game now. And
for everybody moving forward, this is the game.
Yes, exactly. And a part of me was like, well, I kind of want to explore and
don't worry about her.
Experience
she's distinct from the music, so her power is taken.
That's fair. I really wanted to see and experience I guess what the developers, what I would imagine was their ideal realized version of this game. I don't know if that's entirely true or not, but that's kind of how I see additions and changes to games like this. I'm like, oh, you had more to say, you had some more to do, and you had more that you wanted to add to it. And I really am excited to take a look and be like, okay, what did you want to show me?
What do you want to say?
Yeah.
No, I agree. I to my understanding, this is not like Stanley Parable, the deluxe edition. This is just more of the game. But to your point, I believe it is a perhaps more complete version. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know there's more chapter 3s. That's sort of the beginning and end of my knowledge of this edition.
Yeah, we did kind of try to stay away from, spoilers or looking too far into it, just so that if we did pick it up, it would be a genuine engagement and reaction to it. So yeah, we are super excited to check it out. I want to say also thank you very, very much to Kate Luvia and to the Ratner for the subs. Thank you both very, very much. And welcome if you're just joining us for the first time for Slay the Princess. And welcome back if you have been with us before and you enjoyed Slay the Princess previously and you're just looking to sink your teeth into some more of this game we are. So yeah, I'm really excited. I kind of think, in my opinion, that, we could see whenever we pick up the game when we start playing it, but I'm just looking at this with as fresh of eyes as possible. And I'm just I'm here to just check it out and meet it where it's at and see what we've got,
I think that's fair for what it's worth. I know a teeny tiny bit, just a ittle bit. And I'm not sure, and I could be wrong about this. I'm not sure that you can approach this completely neutrally and just kind of go. I think most of the new content is where content wasn't before, so you have to kind of suss out what content feels like it was missing, for lack of a better way of putting that. like I said, this is a minutely informed but not very informed. I believe most of the chapters that didn't have a chapter 3 are where we're going to want to start poking around.
Okay, that's good to know.
So that's like the
totally
Damsel. Which ones didn't have a chapter 3? The Damsel didn't. The Spectre didn't. Did the Spectre have a chapter 3? I don't think so.
Oh, no, I don't remember. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe the Spectre did.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Dapple Me. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. Wraith? Was there a Wraith? I don't know. Maybe it was the Wraith.
Okay.
It doesn't get a chapter. Anyway, you're okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not, again, I didn't like look this up or anything. This is not coming from and this is how this game works. This is more just from the very, very little I've been able to glean. It just feels like they augmented and added where things didn't have as much stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're seeing there are some questions in the chat, and I just want to I know I can guess maybe what our answers are to some of these, but I'm going to sound off for everyone that are asking. Some people have requested if they want to give us hints on where to find new stuff. I would say not yet.
I will say my answer in this case is I straight up don't care.
Okay, that's fair.
Because we have played this game before, and I have no interest in accidentally just fully getting an ending we've gotten before. So I don't think it hurts to have some guidance. I don't know how. What are your thoughts?
Oh no, that's fine with me. I kind of wanted to play one round and see if we encountered anything organically, and then if not, we just continue on with some pointers from folks. I know someone else also asked if we had a guide up, because apparently there's a guide that provides information on where to get to the new content without it being spoilery.
That makes sense to me, because again, most of the game is the game that we've already played.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well then, how about this then, chat? Let's play along. This actually might be pretty fun. So if y'all want to throw, thank you, Waffleonia. Thank you so much, Victor, for the sub. If you guys want to give some hints, feel free to. We'll try to catch them where we can. And actually, backing up one more level, I'll say too, if you're just joining us for the first time and you haven't watched our previous playthrough of Slay the Princess, I highly recommend you go back and check that out. I mean, obviously you can hang out with us and watch this tonight, but I'm gonna say, we're very familiar with this game, so it's not going to be spoiler free. So if you're looking for a fresh and first time playthrough experience of it, our previous episodes are the place to go. We're just basically picking it up again from where we were. Does that sound right to you, Gina?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Cool. Thank you, Enduring Ideal. Thank you very much.
My gut, based off of what I'm seeing in chat, and also because it was the first one that came to mind when I was thinking about things that didn't have a chapter 3, do we want to start with the Damsel?
Sure, I'm down with that. Yeah. Now, is that a new game or continue? I guess it's a new game. Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm not sure what continue would pull from, so I figured
that's fair.
In the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hello, narrator. It's good to hear. Someone else, Zenreg, also presented another hint that in addition to entirely new content, there's existing content that's been expanded on and tinkered with. I love the sound of that too.
I think that's going to be harder to stumble on naturally, but we will see.
Yes.
We will find out together.
Let's check it out. Let's see what we can make happen. What would like our first
Do we want to
reaction
just
be?
go ahead and proceed because we're saving her?
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just continue. Sorry, narrator.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. you'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Got bad
We're not going to go
news.
through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Sorry.
You are good.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Nah, that's not for
The
us.
blade is your
I think we're gonna-
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think we're gonna skip that one.
Yep.
Sorry, narrator.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm gonna save you. I'm here to save you.
Oh my
How
god,
many
I'm
times
sorry.
Do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like coming back to this game. I'm like, I'm so happy. I'm like thrilled. Okay, we can keep
I'm
going.
delighted.
Wait,
Ugh.
really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Slaying her
You
is
walk
probably
down the
doing her a
stairs and
favor.
lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
There's something kind of funny about the hero being like, she's beautiful. And I'm like, this is objectively the worst drawing of the princess. Look at her.
The far away render.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Oh.
I don't even know how many fingers she has. What are we looking at here?
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Yeah. We're just
let's go
freeing her.
examine
We're
the
just
chains.
freeing
Making
her.
this more difficult.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No.
This is the
You're
art
doing
I
the
think
right
of when I think of her.
Yeah, I love how many different styles she has as her default in a lot
Yeah.
of ways. Like even in this intro scene. Yeah.
So good.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm gonna go check upstairs. Maybe there's a key lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Preference?
The second one, you think?
Okay.
Yep.
I'll be here. Good luck.
I think we know we can't
You
get back
attempt to make your
upstairs.
way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try. Oh yeah.
You
I
make
guess
your
go
way
to the bottom.
of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Her little mouth.
I know. It kind of seems like she had it, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
Into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, girl.
yeah,
Let's go.
absolutely. This is going to work out great
Totally.
for everybody
We won't
involved.
have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the
Narrator.
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No. Warn
Stop
her.
that.
Yep.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
No. Resist.
Curses.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Getting
I'm
killed.
sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
It's so funny because, like, my best interpretation of what's happening here is, like, yes, she responds to us, but usually not as dramatically round, if that makes sense. So part of me is like, how much of this is just a bit in her from her, like, perspective? Like, we know she knows how to use this thing, even in this timeline.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, I mean, I guess it depends. Well,
I know she's in more, like, raw possibility space the first time around, and then she's more solidified as we proceed and we get more voices. But still,
that's what I was gonna say. Is like, it feels like it depends on when you're encountering her and, like, in the time, in the procession of it. You know?
But she did just bite off her arm.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's a good point.
I don't know. This version of her just kind of cracks me up because it's like, it's I've been reduced to the damsel or whatever, but it's still pretty sad. Like,
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter
Yeah.
how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just
I don't know.
end like this, right?
It's like this is a still has potential princess, even though she's still, the princess. I don't know. You brought that up, and now I'm thinking about it.
it's like, don't get me wrong, she's always different the first round, like, if you choose to grab the knife or not, if you choose to throw the knife away or not. Like, obviously within the first round, there's a lot of like fundamentally different versions of the princess, but also they're still base princess. They're not augmented into whatever they become after we die. So I don't know. This one it's like, how much of this is not even a bit, but like within her control.
Yeah, like how much of it is like is genuine?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the right phrasing, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Or is it yeah. Is it a
Well,
front?
that's
Is it a
rich
goof?
coming from
Exactly.
you.
Not a goof. Yeah.
As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Okay, bye. Damsel
Where's the
time.
damsel?
Okay.
I saw somebody in
Okay.
chat say they
In the
hadn't
woods.
seen
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
2D
And in the
anime
basement of
waifu
that cabin
princess, so
is
I
a
can make that happen.
princess.
We can make
You're
that
here to
happen.
slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think we can get that out of this path, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is this path and this path
That is
alone.
this path.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to react to being
My
having died?
prince.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did
Hello,
he?
Smitten.
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our
Oh, you do
beloved.
might want to save. That's a good idea. There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume that I'm telling the truth
yeah.
and all of this really did happen. I think we can proceed to the cabin.
I think we can. Yeah, let's do it.
A warning. Before you go any further, she will lie.
Yeah.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
I like how it was a little bit ambiguous whether the hero was talking about the Smitten or the voice of the narrator, and the Smitten's like, no, that's me. I claim
You
this
are
one.
addressing me.
Yeah, you're addressing
So
me.
funny.
I do like the sound of my own voice. Thank you for noticing that about me.
I imagine whenever the Smitten is like speaking, our bird is like has his chest out and puffed up all of his feathers like a big proud bird. Like,
It is funny to imagine that, like whenever somebody does like a skit where they're playing 20 different characters and they have to put on like a different hat or like
yes.
I do like the idea that our bird does that just for every
Yes.
single one of the voices. Has like a different funky hat and a big old backpack that he puts on in order to indicate who he is at any given time.
Yes. Yes, the feather arrangement changes or something, and posture and everything for all of the voices.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that he is affecting.
It's
for
a
all of the
mess
voices.
to look at, especially because most of these voices aren't out loud. I do love that. All right.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I'm sorry, everybody in chat's talking about their favorite voice. There is a correct answer, and it's the paranoid. I think we can all agree.
Paranoid is my favorite.
Yeah.
Although I do like the Smitten as well because we get the perfect woman.
I hate the Smitten. I want to 1v1 the Smitten in a parking lot.
Oh, I hate the Smitten as a character, or as a person.
Yeah,
sorry.
as a character is wonderful, but I do want to fight him.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, get out of here, dude. The perfect woman.
You are right there. That is the best line in the game. You're absolutely right.
It's just like the framing of it all. It's so good.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, I was incorrect. The perfect woman line is from the Stubborn, not from the Smitten.
Really?
They sound very.
They do sound similar, and
Yeah.
and also that sounds like something the Smitten would say.
Yeah.
Mirror.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
We gotta go look in the mirror.
Yes.
Why would... Yeah. You lie about that.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her. We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Oh yeah, contrarian and cheated are also
Walk
good
up to the
ones
wall
too.
next to the
They're all
basement.
good ones. They're all good
So
little lads.
There isn't much to see here.
I swear I don't have a favorite son. It's just that it is the paranoid, but I don't have a favorite son.
It's so good. Oh, thank you for the sub, Nochi-san. Thank you so much.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I have a great looking hand, and I like any excuse to see it, so I'm
I
fine
agree.
with this.
I like our hand art. Our big old
But it was
claw.
there a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
All right, basement time.
All right.
Let's go get our 2D waifu.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her
I want
voice,
that on a shirt.
it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Or booty shorts, because it is a basement.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking
I
us
love
a
that.
little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
It does imply that the princess lives in your ass, though. So
Yeah,
you have to deal with that. you just
Like
have
the
to
princess in my
deal
ass?
with that, you know? Like, you have to look inside yourself, and maybe there's a princess there, but more importantly, you have to look inside yourself and decide whether you're okay with the implications.
Yeah, right.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
I hate that the perfect woman is on loop in my head. It's just like non-stop. Get out of there, Johnny Sims.
He really is like a little brainworm.
Yeah,
huh?
he really is.
Gets in there.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
We are fluffed up bird now.
Plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right,
Yes,
villain.
sir.
And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
You killed me last time, and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that?
I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
What are the other options down here?
That's towards her, though, and I don't know how helpful
Yeah.
that is. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm so sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. I'm going to say this one.
I don't like that
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
But
let's
the
do
version
that.
of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
You're right. You're right,
Thanks,
and you
girl.
should say it.
Yeah,
took
we
that
were
in
doing
stride.
our best.
To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue her?
Is there anything else we want to try and ask? What about like, I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what
We won't be
Yeah.
laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chain. Why
Watch
are you
me.
two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're
Oh,
right.
man.
It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Let's
Nah.
rescue her.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Yeah, probably.
I can't believe
Yeah.
it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and
Hi.
smothers you in a
Hi.
joyful embrace. Ugh, if only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Great question.
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want.
Do we want to push her
I
for
just
that?
want to make you happy.
Yeah. Yes. Let's do. Yeah.
She can't
yeah.
just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
There must be something you want.
But what would make you happy? You have to want something more than just making me happy, but you need your own thing. You just met me. I don't want to make you, I want you to make me unhappy. Do you want to end the world? I want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Okay, we're going to press her again.
Yeah, let's press her again.
But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah?
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
I may have even pointed this out before, but there's something so funny about this particular line on her.
It's that shape from 1999 when you got the how to draw manga.
Yeah.
book. Yeah, and you were you were learning how to draw off of Yu-Gi-Oh and shit.
Yeah, and you didn't understand what the sharp line was supposed to be emulating in a jawline, and instead it's just yeah, that looks about right.
yeah.
It's like back when all the profiles I used to draw looked like chipmunks, because I'm that's how they're drawn, right? It's no, that looks like a snout. That's not how human faces do.
Yeah, that's. Oh my god! Wow, I used to do that too.
Oh.
You just draw the line within the shape of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We've all been there, princess. It's okay.
It's all right. We're joining you.
It must be something you want. You have to want something more than just making me happy. Okay, these are all the same, so there must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I failed to see
I love
the
her
problem.
hands.
She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Okay, clearly something is happening here, and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt, and we just figure out a way to be happy together. That seems new. I'm down for
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Oh, is that really what you want?
Hey, look who looks
If you
like a
think that would
person
make
again.
You happy, then.
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
Whoa.
I guess we could do that.
Oh, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
God damn it, Smitten. She doesn't fucking know you.
Jeez.
No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
We don't have a knife. Don't carve your chest open.
No, don't
As the
you
voice
do
shakes
it.
its
You got
Don't you
claws.
do
Your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Smitten.
Smitten, what is this?
Oh,
What's
wow.
this about?
We got some new characterization for the Smitten.
Yeah, pathetic.
Wow, this is great. Okay.
Oh, but I do.
I like that the hero's just kind of like, well, I guess this is happening.
Well, boy, here we go.
What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever.
Oh, that's
The
really
narrator's like,
interesting.
that's it. I was
That's
just about to
super
say,
interesting.
that's the narrator saying, okay, well, I guess I will continue the action here.
Well, also the we can't see
And, like-
unless you tell us is very
Oh, from that, like, the narrator has to describe what's happening.
like because that implies the hero's like, wait, what is currently happening? We can't see what's currently happening until you tell us. That implies that this has already happened, and the narrator has to choose to catch up. I don't know. Very interesting.
Wild.
You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
She looks thrilled with this turn of
Yeah,
events.
she loves this.
She loves this.
the contents of
Oh,
her
no.
heart.
What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
And yet, it's done, isn't it?
It will be soon.
Ah!
You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Ah! I want
I
to punch
see.
you, Smitten.
You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart and then...
I realize this is the core mechanic of the game, but she does match the Smitten's freak. So, you know.
That is the whole game.
That is the whole game, so, you know.
Yeah.
I guess Smitten had a good read on the situation.
Everything
Yeah.
goes dark and we die? Yes.
No. Oh.
Cool. Happily ever after.
Happily ever after epilogue?
You're on a path in the woods. Mate,
Who?
we're clearly already in the cabin.
Can I just say, my favorite, I have earnestly adored the hero this entire one. The hero hasn't shown like a moment of distress, really. The hero's just like, yeah, I mean, catch up, y'all. I guess this might as well happen.
Yeah, like, come on, let's like...
Yeah, like, look where we are. We just
You're
died, it's
describing it-
fine, we're in the cabin.
But I can't see what's going on here. Look at the princesses on the side in the stained glass
Yeah.
windows. That's great. The happily ever after.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that.
Hey, it's your favorite! There you go! Yes!
It's a
The
party
game
now,
behind you.
folks!
All of our faves in one place. That's really funny.
Let's see who else is here.
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome!
I can't say I'm happy to be here. This is a bad place, all stale and wrong. Can't you feel it?
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
Did he get himself?
Wait,
Can you do
yeah,
that?
where's Smitten?
The
Actually, wait.
other one?
How does that work?
Well,
Can that happen?
we'll see. Either Smitten is being quiet or Smitten did themselves in, and we don't know how the mechanics of that.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, A certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say absent.
Ooh, unless she's got him.
Because she took our heart.
Yeah, she might have him.
Oh, she took him. We're gonna walk in there and see the princess and our heart and some.
We should just leave them to it. Like
simile,
that's,
and then just getting married.
That's great.
Like,
then we don't need to be the one that speaks now or forever holds our peace. We can just leave them to that.
You don't want to run in and be like, I object.
No.
Knife.
No.
Knife. No. Knife through our own heart. What about that? What is that?
It's a power play, I guess. It's definitely something. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
You're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now.
Yeah.
That's so good. I like Ghost Cassette. She took the Smitten in the divorce.
I also like the girls fighting while the narrator's like, I hate this. Hey, you do that, and I'm gonna talk about the contents of this room.
I'm gonna continue the story, I guess.
Is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
That's not good. Does it matter if the blade's here? We didn't use it the last time, and the time before that, she used it to kill us.
I see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options.
I see why Paranoid's here now.
It's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it?
Oh.
We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do?
Joking about the knife being used for the wedding cake, but now I fully expect the knife to be in a wedding cake when we go in there. That would be so funny.
I will say, in this beautiful possibility space prior to entering into whatever we get to see next, what I have concocted in my brain is truly horrific. Really monstrous, let me tell you.
I think there is some excellent body horror happening on the other side of the mirror door. I think
certainly my brain is preparing me for it, so I'm excited to see what the reality is.
I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
So none of you are going to talk about the mirror?
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on, like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do.
Is that what happened to you last time? That didn't even work. You better not do it again.
I mean, we'll try.
Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone. Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again.
Or moving.
Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
Yeah.
Let's look at the mirror again.
Across the
It's very
room,
tall.
Stopping just in front of the door to the basement. What is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time. You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up.
They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet.
This is a really fun perspective trick because it's almost the same angle as the ones that go down.
It is!
Yeah, just a really fun trick that they're playing here.
That's so true. It's very smart.
Mhm.
Wow.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you
We did break the
absolutely
script.
did.
Yeah.
Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature?
That's why we love you, Paranoid. That's why we
Yes.
like you.
Thank you, Paranoid.
Look at you
We're
go.
so glad you're here.
That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning.
Interesting. They're just like, don't think about it.
wow.
Don't think about it. You're going to get caught in a recursive loop.
No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
Whoa.
Desperately want to know what happened last time. We are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay? And don't eat the food.
Still a prisoner
Yeah.
in a different way.
This hall, like the one below,
Oh.
is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room, the princess seated at its far end.
We got Bird making out with Princess art. It's
Yeah, there
obscure,
it
but
is.
it's there.
It's there. all on the walls.
Yeah.
Plus, we have the shadow of the Smitten here.
I wouldn't worry
That's what
about
I'm
that.
assuming
I
it
wouldn't worry
is.
about the big old claws. I wouldn't worry about it.
Smitten.
Less immediate body horror than I was expecting. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean that it's not going to happen, but
It's a different kind of horror, and it's really throwing me
yeah.
off. Yeah. Wow.
Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden
Where?
chain around the princess's neck.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, it's on her neck. Yeah.
So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy, isn't that?
That's a wild line.
Suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Hi. How's your day?
Highs and lows.
Isn't
Yeah.
it better?
Roses and
It is
thorns.
better, right?
What is this place? What are we supposed to do now? You mentioned dinner. Okay, let's just ask him for right now.
Yeah, let's go through it.
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
Wait, what are we supposed to do now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives
Cool.
across the
Ugh.
table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said. Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
I like this creature that's like a multi-winged thing. I don't know.
I see that. I'm like trying to figure out what it is exactly, but it's
Oh.
it's a little indecipherable. I like the cake with the pear on top of it.
Yeah, or a real big fig.
Or a big fig. Yeah.
I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem.
For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Oh.
Do we eat? Do we not eat?
Oh, I don't. Oh. What do we think will be the
Do we
most
consume
interesting
ourselves or do we reject ourselves, I guess?
That's what we're doing here.
Well, I imagine
Yeah.
because it was produced by the Shadow, so it would be to eat.
I wonder if we eat. Now here's. Do we get the Smitten's voice back in our head?
Well, do you want to try?
I want to see what happens. Let's do it. Let's eat. Oh, it's smart. Smart. Do a save.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels.
This really is perfect, isn't it?
It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good. Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again.
This feels like a... maybe I'm reading too far into it, but it feels a bit like a meta-commentary on expansion games. It's very interesting to get this one first. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that I didn't even think about that.
I mean, I know I brought up
about
the Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition, but like straight up, this is the thesis of the Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting.
Are you not entertained again?
Yeah.
Like, you can never be. Yeah.
What if we just do the same thing forever? That's what we all want, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
Wow.
meat is fine. The bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. And again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew.
The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time. Right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
Oh, wow.
What just
This
happened?
is wild.
Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not.
Yeah, this
As
totally...
if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
The dying relationship, loveless relationship metaphor, I totally see that. I see what you're saying too, Gina. Like,
I feel like the dying relationship is the obvious read. It's more just like within the context of what this game is.
Yeah.
It just feels pointed. That's all.
Yeah, I feel that too, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, now we can respond.
Yep. What just happened? Did you make the torch go out? I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say. I like that.
I like that one.
It's just a torch. Don't worry about it. We still have plenty of light. Well, we ate. What are we supposed to do now? Excuse me. Get up. Silently push yourself from your seat. Slay the princess.
Wow, there's options down there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to say the second one.
Yeah.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
Duh.
You said he.
You
Who
said
is he?
Yeah.
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
It all makes sense.
This is so
now.
interesting.
It's him, isn't it? He's making all this happen. He's the one who trapped us here. Who? The lovesick one. The one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Got an achievement for that.
We did. We deduced the identity of the shadow. Hey, Smitten. You were real chatty last time. Don't you have anything to say? Yeah?
Yeah.
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. No, I saw him smile. That's him. Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired, and I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
He's the one that...
Yeah, we didn't ask you to do this, my guy.
No, you did this entirely, Smitten.
What are we supposed to do now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
Nah, a board game like that? No way.
Really? Yeah, nuh-uh.
I mean, a YouTube video that's an hour long that explains how to set up for the first time.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. And I feel like I'm 2 steps behind. You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun. You and the princess do indeed
it's Cones of
figure it out
Dunshire.
as you go. What a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
It's about the
Oh,
cones.
I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over.
Duh.
Time passes. You play the game. You win. Hey! Will you look at that?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. she wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun. You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait.
Oh.
Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again.
I stand by my interpretation, by the way.
Yeah, I'm feeling that very much so, you know? What an interesting one for us to get first.
Yeah. No, I completely agreed.
Yeah, and the narrator just
Shadow
had a
descends
moment.
on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew.
Well, yeah, because, like, that's the whole narrator's goal, too.
Yep.
That was the paranoid, without realizing it, talking directly to the narrator and being like, hey. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. I love the paranoid. What a great character. He's so good.
And so you do.
And
it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out.
Yep.
Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy, I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is awful. I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
It's just a torch. Don't worry about it. We still have plenty of light. This place isn't right. We have to put the rest of them out. We have to get rid of that shadow. Are you actually happy here? Okay. So, we've eaten. We've played games. Now what?
Ooh, I'm inclined to say, are you actually happy here, or we have to get rid of that shadow? This place isn't right.
I feel like it's probably possible to push this to where all the lights go out on their own. But I do want to ask, are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
Oh,
you need to tell me the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
Oh, that's okay.
I like this as a callback to the damsel.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
What do you think will happen? Don't worry about what's going to happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose? Whatever that shadow's been showing us isn't real. We need to see what happens when the light goes out. We don't have to let it go out.
Do we want to ask what would you choose?
Yeah.
Again, asking her what would you choose is just
it's playing into the same fallacy over and over and over again. It's us stepping on the rake and then turning around and stepping on another rake. But I do want to ask it.
Me too. Also, I just noticed that the scroll icon for like the scroll bar is a little finger. Do you see that? A little claw with the bone sticking out of it.
Oh yeah, it is. I think I was reading it as a flame, but you're absolutely right. It is a finger.
It's a little finger. Yeah. What would you choose?
Let's do
Do that one.
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
Yo!
Yeah, yes.
Sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
I feel empty. So that's that, huh? Why are you crying? Are you okay? Well, this sucks.
There's a lot of options.
Yeah, you can open your eyes. I'm still here, you know. Nothing's changed. We're just sitting in the dark. I'm sorry. I feel like all of this is my fault. Are you okay?
Yeah, either are you okay or
You can
I
open your
mean,
eyes, still
I'm
here.
sorry. You can open your eyes. I'm still here, you know. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, do another save. Yeah. Victor's saying Slayer now while she's just.
That's why I made the saves. I'm like, that's bold that's still there.
That's huge.
But
I'm like, what would that do? I also kind of like, well, this sucks, but I don't know.
Yeah, I do like that. That's, yeah.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
Yeah, it really, really does.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Of course I do. I don't think I'll ever stop. Whatever we had between us wasn't real. This is real. I don't know if I ever have. But maybe I can now. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've ever had the chance to figure out how I feel about you. I've just wanted to leave since the moment I found myself in the woods. No.
Oh, these are intense. I
kind of like the second one personally.
I kind of like the second one. Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
I'd like to find out. It's us. Neither do I.
I like either I'd like to find out or neither do I. I don't know.
Then maybe we need to find out for ourselves. Maybe it's time for us to leave.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold, a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does, if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I Think there might be worse things than the end of the world. Really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it? Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he? Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
A quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretch to their limits, only the tenuous grasp of your hand in hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Oh.
It's good for her to be genuinely happy at the end, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like to give her that just little moment. And, you know, oh my God. Oh.
But you do not get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
We did get an achievement, but I missed what it was.
It was Dance Under the Stars.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
You're right.
Yeah.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone, but I don't.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us, and not in a good way. I'm begging you, don't do this.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you.
Here we are.
You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Do we want to ask any of these?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to let her out of there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Yes, Will WKM, we just got the Happily Ever After. I guess the end of Happily Ever After. Oh, it's so good. Do we want to... I'm trying to see what's new in here. Are you what sent me to sign
You
up?
are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Oh, I need to ask about the fragile
Ask
vessel.
about the vessel.
Yeah, I just want to
Yeah.
hear what she has to say about this princess. That's all.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
Yeah, she did want something.
She
in the end.
did. It's like us wanting for
Her to want something. Yeah, exactly.
Make her
It's all a fractal.
Yeah.
But that, well, maybe that does make it less affecting, but I was affected nonetheless.
I know, very, very much so. I was affected. Like, this whole game is creating a person, an entity that is carved out of all of your wants and needs and actions and perspectives. Someone jokingly said Schrodinger's princess, but that's kind of true. The princess doesn't exist until we realize it. And to get to
she only exists like once observed, and once we decide what she is that.
Yes.
Yeah, less Schrodinger's cat, but definitely quantum physics.
Definitely quantum. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared? How much will I forget? How many more pieces? And what if I don't let you? I was sent to slay the princess. Okay. Make me forget.
Yeah. I don't think any of those were new.
No,
That
they
I
didn't
tell
look
you
good.
to remember her. You won't.
Bye.
That it scares me every time, and it got me again. You got an honest heart. Share your happy ending
You're
with
on a
her.
path in the woods. You're hit.
Oh.
Tab.
Oh. Okay. That's convenient. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
So that was beautiful. That was lovely.
So well done. That was really good. What a great new addition and perspective. I enjoyed that a lot. What a great ending too.
Completely. I completely agree.
Wow. So cool. What should we? Okay, I guess should I hot potato it over to chat and say, "Hey chat, what do you want to see next?"
Yeah.
Cuz or do we want to try and find something?
By default, I would probably go to I saw a comment in chat that's like, you've already named 2 routes that have new things, and the only 2 routes I named were the Damsel and the Spectre, so...
I was gonna say Spectre.
By default, I was gonna go Spectre, but if people have a specific direction you'd like us to go, I'm happy to do so.
I was gonna say Spectre. I was interested. I didn't know if Wraith had something going on.
Isn't Wraith post-Spectre?
Wraith is part of Spectre, right?
Yeah.
Then let's go for Spectre. Maybe we try that and we see what that gets us. That'll be interesting. We brought the Happy Ever After, and then we're gonna bring. Yeah. I kind of want to do that.
Okay.
It's true. And people are saying some of the existing princesses have been expanded upon too.
Absolutely. I just, I feel like starting with the big swings are probably a good call.
For sure. I agree. I think going for like the new stuff. I mean, it's all new, but yeah. There's also a question if we want to know which princesses have been expanded on. How do you feel about that?
Sure. Again, I think we're probably going to default to if we know which ones have new endings. But yeah, feel free. We're post, at least in my mind, we're kind of post spoilers for this particular game. Like, I don't want to know what happens in them, but like, yeah, share whatever you'd like.
Yeah. I don't want to know like how those resolve.
Yeah,
but,
there's also some princesses that I'm gonna be completely transparent. I don't remember how to get back to. No, like same. I don't know how to get to the den. I have no idea how to get back there.
I don't know.
We hit that once
either.
and we never hit it again, and I have no memory of how we got to that place. So, like, there's things like that we can figure out as we go along.
Were there any any that we didn't get in our like?
Yeah, I think there's like a chapter 3 maybe that we didn't get.
The interior.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say that too would be interesting to like.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult.
Find the ones that we truly haven't seen in either version of this game. Yeah.
I think we may have hit all of the 1s and 2s, but I don't think we hit all the 3s. But I could be wrong about that.
I think you're right. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't. We played completely blind last time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh, I do know one thing we didn't do, only because I accidentally did it when I didn't do it, when I played through this game one time with our friend Zach, which is the reject everything, be ungovernable route.
Wait, I want to do that?
We can do that, yeah. Yeah.
I want to do that. That actually sounds fun.
So that there is that one option that we haven't done.
I'm gonna write down reject everything, become ungovernable, just so I don't forget. Okay.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Do we just want to do it? Want to go?
I think we just have to do it, right?
We're just gonna do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
If we drop it, does that take us into, what is it, like the tower, that route?
Tower's chapter 3.
Yeah, later. Well, it comes before the tower. What's the one before? What's one of the ones before it? I'm blanking.
I think there's a couple options over there, if I recall correctly.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Okay. No.
Do you want to go that direction?
No, I don't. I just my mind started doing branches in my head.
Sorry, tower is chapter 2. I was envisioning the chapter 3 that involves a tower.
Oh, apotheosis.
The apotheosis. Yeah.
Or I think, or Fury, right? Either one of those comes after Tower. Let's Slayer. Let's stay on task here.
Yes.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh
my mind started
easily give
branching.
way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
I'll also be completely honest, which is to say that, like, I haven't engaged with, like, Slay the Princess fandom all that much, which mostly means, like, my memory of the game is my memory of the game. I don't remember, like, I don't have meta knowledge, so sorry if I get things wrong. It's been a little bit since we played.
No, literally same for me as well. I'm trying to just pick this up pretty much exactly where we had left it off before. Yep. So, yeah.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Haunt me, girl.
Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Maybe don't put that into our heads, narrator.
Yeah, you just did that.
Yeah,
narrator, you did that.
You're bad, narrator.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. It feels like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That's too easy.
Of course not. That was too easy. Or some kind of trick up her sleeve. Both of these feel like they're leading to the paranoid, but I don't think that's what we're going to be getting again. Oh, or do we want to deny it? Of course she is. She's dead.
I think she's dead.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
I guess we leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
That's bullshit. Let me out of here.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Getting this after getting the happily ever after is also wild.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Did you hear the narrator?
I'm happy. We're happy. No.
Yeah, we got.
I do.
You gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here.
Probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us. Anything to get out of here. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
Didn't you see what the Smitten made for us? I mean, it sucked, but it was better than this, man.
Yeah, right? You can't even give us
Increase your
food?
Yeah, increase your standards.
Look at this perfection that we've achieved here in this empty, blank cabin.
Don't you like my Minecraft hut? Why can't you be happy?
With just this low
Whatever.
underlying
For the
sense
first time
of
since time
maybe
stopped
bliss?
meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Thank you.
The
All
end.
done.
Nice knowing you.
All right, Spectre.
Okay, narrator. All right, Spectre time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, you're a bastard. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Does this want to go to cabin?
Yeah, we could do that. Should we, do you want to save real quick?
Okay.
Do you mind? Yay, thank you. Yeah, we don't need to explore. We could just keep going. I would explore only just to get
before you go any further.
character. But that's fine. We're gonna get them
Yeah,
shortly anyway.
we'll get it now.
She will
Yeah.
lie. She won't be a problem.
Hi, cold. Malva, you're totally right.
The interior
You
of
and
the
I.
cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade. Knife or no knife?
I can't decide if we want to go knife or no knife in this one. I'm trying to think. I don't know. What do you? I was inclined to take the knife, but I don't know if you're feeling one way or the other.
I'll take the knife.
Yeah.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
All right.
The dead princess. The specter of a princess. Goodbye, mirror.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
He really it seemed like he felt that one.
Yeah.
that was less mocking. That was him being like, this is spooky. This is spooky wooky. I don't know about this
Only
one.
below
Yeah, if
is
she really lives here. Damn, girl, you live like this?
Or it's even more, nobody lives here. So,
Yeah.
what is here?
Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
She's so cute.
So cute.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
She's cute.
She's so cute. Hi.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
I love how she's rendered and animated, and all of
her little swoop around is really strong.
Her sprites here are so good.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I'm gonna slay the princess.
Are we going?
Yeah.
Because
this has been the slay the princess route so far. If the other one was save the princess all in all the time, this feels a little more like
let's keep trying to slay her.
Yeah, we have a save at the beginning of the Spectre, so
we did, and we came into this. We came into this being like, she's dead, and now they're like, oh, there's a ghost here. She's not fully dead. We need to do something. I guess, yeah.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
That scared me.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. And what do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? Slay the princess. Fine. If I can't hurt you, then there really isn't anything for me to do here. I guess I'll be going. Leave her in the basement.
What is that? What if we just leave her here? I know we said we're trying to slay all day.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm intrigued by that.
Solution. Nobody wins here.
You're...
Oh, she's upset, isn't she?
You're abandoning me here?
It would seem so, yes.
After everything you've done to me, you've chosen to do more?
The princess starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
But if you just leave me, then I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. Then there's nothing I can do. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, lonely and sad and hurting and empty. No, not that!
She's about to try something. Get ready. The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
Who you wanted to be.
Vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Did you miss? I'm not afraid of you. Stare at her in silence. Stare at her in silence.
Stare at her in silence.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering,
The squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
I love the extent to which we can survive without our heart in our chest. It's like if you crush the heart, we have a problem, but up to that point, we can just kind of do whatever we do.
Yeah, that's like I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know if this is new or not, but I don't think we've gotten this before, so
I don't recall this encounter that we've had before. But I think this is probably going to take us to Wraith, which we have done before. I guess we'll see.
Yep,
the Wraith. Okay.
We're on a path in the wood,
and here the deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
I love the cheated. I guess the question is, do we want to continue with the Wraith to see if we get anything new out of the Wraith, or do we want to load back and try one of the other options from the Spectre interaction? I'm cool either way, because I imagine there's probably potentially some new stuff in here with the Wraith and how we interact with the Wraith.
Did we get the Wraith before?
I thought we did. Did we not? Isn't that like that's not the one being possessed, right?
I don't
Am I getting them mixed up?
Okay.
Is that the one where she possesses your body?
Okay.
I think. Maybe, but did we get it from a different route?
No. Yeah, we did. Sorry. I was just thinking. Okay. All right.
They do all collapse in on each other at some point. Yeah. Both okay, yeah.
We didn't get it like that, but all right. I can load.
Yeah, let's do a load. I guess we gotta. Oh, it's kind of far. That's okay.
It's not that far.
That's fair. We just go right to our choices.
Take the blade?
Yeah, take the blade again like we did before.
You take the blade.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it. Oh, her art is so cute. We tried to slay her, or do you want to wait and see how things play out? I mean, or some people are offering hints for getting to a new section for this.
Whichever you'd prefer.
Sure, gang. Yeah, chat, do you have a suggestion? I was gonna say at the end of all of that, all of those encounters, we do what was the last one in that exchange? It was the stepping away, like trying to resist her.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it, or are you here for something else?
I killed you. Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do again. Which is a funny.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
You want our body?
I just want to go home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific.
So we know we don't want to let her possess us and walk out. So
How convenient for her. You see what she's doing.
let's see what our options are.
She's
otherwise.
suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Do we want to try and let her possess us and then, like, kill ourselves? And, like, takes us both out or something like that? Or we let her possess us and we stay here? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
let's get there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if we can do that.
That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
Yeah.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Is there any way I can make it up to you? Well,
Let's do that one,
Of
yeah.
course there is. You can give me the only thing I've ever wanted. A way out of this basement. The place won't let me leave. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
I love the
we
dual
should just-
voice lines.
If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
God damn it, she scares me every time.
Not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
I'm sorry. I'm very amused by Ghost because that's freaking Princess BLJing her way through trying to no clip through the cabin's walls. It's just very funny.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
That's a great question.
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
What if I say no? That'd be temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin? If I let you do, and do I still get to be in control? Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world. Sounds great.
Oh. Do we want her to give us any explanation? Or do we...
If
yeah.
I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
Don't much like the sound of that. It's crowded enough in here as is. It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. That is a very dangerous train of thought.
All right, want to do it?
Hitch a ride, girl. Come on.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Ooh, the cracking noise. Enduring
I'm afraid
ideal.
it's too late to stop
That's
now.
right.
The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Mm-hmm.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on,
Oh.
Neil. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yeah, I know, it's awkward, right?
Yeah.
This is a little awkward, actually. Now I'm embarrassed that you I live like this.
So
This is our
it
life.
doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice. I'm me, is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
I don't remember this.
No, this is new.
We did not get this.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
It's because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Okay.
I can't think straight. There's too much noise. Slay the princess.
Isn't
leave the
that
basement.
an interesting
yeah.
idea?
Yeah.
Well, because we know if we walk out the door, we get ate by dissolving into a bunch of threads into the infinite nothingness. So let's see what happens. I like the idea that she heard us think that. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is very true. Like any option we pick is also a thought.
I hadn't even considered it as an option. Slaying her would slay you. Are you sure you're willing to do that?
we've already got some practice
Yeah.
this time around. Don't worry.
We
Of course
do.
we're sure. The decision has already been made. All right
Yeah.
then. Better this than ferrying her out of here.
After
So
all
interesting.
that, you're really just going to stab me again?
I mean,
Well,
Hear
yeah.
that? She's scared. No point wasting more time.
Do it. You lift the blade, then plunge it deep into your guts. Pain spreads quickly through your torso as you attempt to turn its edge up towards your heart. The princess, her spirit bound to your prison of flesh as she had once been bound to the basement's prison of stone, cries out in agony as you slice through organ and muscle.
I don't want to die in you. I thought you finally understood me, but instead you just wanted to hurt me again.
Your skin roils and bucks as she violently pushes against it from the inside. Bits of her seep through, white and glowing with ethereal light, but still the walls of your prison hold.
If only I could drag you with me and make you understand. But that's not the way things get to go for me, is it?
It would certainly be interesting.
Though being dead does sound dull. And you are about to be dead. Again.
Damn, cold. It's cold.
Cold little freak.
Yeah, I cold's fun.
Wow. Oh, whoa.
You feel a dull tear like strips of meat being delicately peeled from the bone.
Got
But
the
it doesn't
Exorcist.
matter how delicate the hands. Yeah, huh? Sorry?
Sorry. Oh, sorry, I was delayed there. We got the Exorcist was our achievement. Apologies.
Okay. You have been stripped away from yourself, or stripped away from something that used to be you, or stripped away from something that used to be important. At the very least, you have been stripped away of something. It always hurts to forget at first, but you forget the pain.
We were so close to leaving, and now look at you. Look at me. Is this what you wanted?
The words come from both inside and outside of your head. Before you, on the ground, is a writhing mass of flesh and scales and feathers.
Oh, fuck.
Is that me? Is that what I look like? This isn't what I wanted to do. Did you mean to take me with you? Can anyone hear me?
Is that, did you mean to take me with you?
Oh, you're here. I thought I was going to be alone again. I didn't mean to bring you with me. I'm happy I only seem to have brought you. That's not nice of me to say. They weren't all bad, but they were definitely mostly bad. Maybe this means things between us can get better. Maybe everything that went wrong just came from them. I hope. Because I really wouldn't like to be stabbed a third time.
Ugh!
Gurgling liquid bubbles up from open pockets in the disintegrating mass in front of you. It is trying to speak, but it no longer has the tissue that speech requires.
Wait. If we need to leave together to get out, this could still count. We have to try before your body stops being alive.
But what about the body? What about me? Agreed. Let's go. If you leave the cabin, the world ends. I'm not going to be party to the end of everything. Hell no! We're staying right here until we figure this out. Sorry I stabbed you.
I kind of like the one you're hovering on right now.
I don't think there's anything for us to figure out down here. I think our only answers are out there. Come on, let's...
You are seated in a room that is empty. A chain digs into your wrist, binding one arm to the wall. It is quiet and you are alone. This is what you deserve. 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 This is what you deserve.
What
you
the
still there?
fuck?
Am I alone again?
I'm still here. What just happened? You're not mad at me, are you? Sorry you stabbed us.
But
How are we supposed to get out of here? If we're both here, then what happened to the others? Are we still a ghost? What are we supposed to do? Just wait for something to happen? Wait.
whoa, this is really wild. So
It's Princess POV.
Princess POV, we've become the ghost.
We've also become the princess.
We've become we've become one and the same,
Yeah.
sort of, because
Waiting for something to happen?
I keep thinking that every time I hear that line.
I
know. I say that to my cat all the time. I'll go, waiting for something to happen? Whenever it's just like sitting there, like waiting for something, like food. I'm like trying to wrap my head around this one, like the realization, the way we've realized this timeline, you know.
Yeah.
Like what?
We're very much Bly Manoring it. It's you, it's me, it's us. So yeah.
Yes, yeah. Like this was what our desire was. Like we took her spirit and her essence, and we were like, no, like you're not leaving. And this music too.
Yeah, it's pretty. I'm gonna say I'm still here.
Yeah, let's do that.
At least I won't be lonely. It's nice to hear your voice. I mean, think your voice?
You're not mad at me, are you? You're different. Your whole mood is different.
I'm just trying to make the best of things.
Yeah.
You could always make the best of things too, if you want. We both have a chance to start over.
I don't know what I'm saving for, but I'll follow instructions.
It's a good call.
Besides,
I don't know either.
There's something about you being in here with me that feels right. I never wanted to be your enemy.
Oh my god, Demeter Dem is right. The cursor has changed. It's a princess finger with the chain. With the chain on it.
Yep.
Yeah, with manacle. Wow.
I killed you though, and I tried killing you again. Let it go.
Yeah, that one.
Just like she has.
Oh. That's interesting.
I didn't expect.
Oh,
it
just
yeah.
It just took us back. Oh, I didn't expect that.
Sorry, I stabbed us.
That's okay. I'm sure you had your reasons. I don't think it's good to hold on to the past like that anyways. It's better if we choose to move forward together.
If we're both here, then what happened to the others?
I was gonna say, yeah.
I hope they're okay. Some of them, at least. I didn't like the one that kept bossing you around. And that quiet one kind of gave me the creeps.
That's fair.
I liked that last one, though. He was nice. I hope he's okay.
Oh, I'll tell the hero that you liked him.
Is our body just gonna roll on in here? Like, what's gonna become
like
of this?
Gone. I don't know. Maybe I'm just taking my cues off of the last one, but like I feel like our body's dead.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we are in a new princess in a new timeline, then there should be a new.
Yeah. Oh,
us,
sorry.
right?
Like a new. Yeah, that's fair. That's.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant the mass of writhing scales and feathers. That's a very fair read. That something could come down the stairs for us. Are we still a ghost?
Yeah, I like that one. Oh.
Your gaze turns to your hands. Solid. Then translucent. Then solid again.
Maybe? It's like sometimes we are and sometimes we aren't. Like we're something in between ghost and not ghost.
What happened to us? What happened to everything?
I think you died, or the body on the floor died. Sorry, this is what happened to me last time.
This isn't what it was like the last time I died. The last time I died, I got a title card. I am going to ask the waiting for something to happen question, and then I'm absolutely going to click the title card one.
Let's do that.
Well, that's what I've always done.
Okay. Has to be something to do other than wait.
I already told you I don't have any ideas. I did tell you that, right? Sorry if I didn't.
And we got something new down here.
Now that I think about it, both times I've been here, nothing happened until after I saw a title card. We haven't seen a title card yet.
I like that version of it. Yeah. Yeah.
You've gotten title cards? What did they say?
This is stupid. You're going to laugh at me. Okay, the first one I got said Chapter 1, the hero and the princess, and then after we both died, I got Chapter 2, Spectre.
This is funny. This is very funny.
The first one is sweet.
Har, get your laughs out. I'm still a hero. I've been trying to save the world. You know, a villain to one person might be a hero to others.
Well, maybe you're just misguided. And the story's not over yet. we might still find a happy ending. But I think it's time we start a new chapter. How about
Are we going to decide our chapter?
Chapter 3, The Princess and the Dragon?
Oh God! Wait, what?
Oh, what? Oh, reversing the order.
Reversing the order. Casting yourself as the main character, I see. Very humble. The Princess and the Dragon? I thought it was maybe some sort of bird? Wait, am I a dragon? Hell yeah. I don't actually know what I look like. Is that accurate?
If we say, wait, I'm a dragon, hell yeah, does that make the dragon realize and we're I also like, reversing the order. I like it.
I do like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. I thought it would be fun.
The click of the latch and creaking hinges muffled. You could be right. Something is here.
I guess you made it back here.
Oh,
we
well,
still gonna be
hey,
a dragon?
I was about to say,
Well-
we might not be the dragon in this scenario.
Yeah.
I think we're the princess.
Uh-huh.
Thus the reversed order.
Yep.
Your gaze
Yep.
turns back to your hands. They flicker once again.
We're still all wrong. It's like you don't really know what we're supposed to be.
Shit, should we have picked dragon so we could be a dragon?
That's fair. A thump on the floorboards above, and then another. The scraping of metal against a surface. The flickering in your body stops. You are solid.
I know that.
We're
song.
seeing...
We're seeing the
Whoa.
process.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes! Whoa, this is so
Anything about it.
cool!
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! That's wild!
So we're solid because they grabbed the knife.
Uh-huh.
Creaking hinges once again, but this time, clear. Closer. Hello? Hey, listen to me. I'm stuck in the princess's head. You've got to get me out of here. Am I gonna say anything? So, what do I look like?
I kind of like that one. What do I look like?
Scary. It's hard to describe. It's hard to look at you.
Oh.
Movement on the stairs.
Thumb. Thumb. Thumb.
Oh, there we are. Oh, we are a big bird monster.
Hi.
Hello, it's us.
I guess.
Wow.
And then a figure emerges, shrouded in a feathered darkness, the world trailing behind it, its shining blade gleaming against the wooden walls. It stares at you with wild, hollow eyes. What the hell am I? Hello? Quick, tell them I'm in here. Don't let them know I'm here. What do you want to do?
There's something wild about don't let them know I'm here.
Yeah, that's true.
But I wonder if I'm scared to explore, but
I'll do it.
wow.
You've always looked like this. You're scary sometimes, but looks only matter so much.
Wow. I love seeing the perspective of the princess and seeing that, that we've been the monster, like, the whole time. From the start, at least. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. What if we did the classic hello?
Yeah, I mean, that is what she says, so.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you leaning any which way? I would say hello or don't let them know I'm here.
Yeah, it's between those two for me as well.
Okay. Don't let them know.
This
I'm
one's
here.
more interesting. I think I'm gonna do
It
this
is.
Do you think
Yeah.
they'll get mad? Do you think they'll get violent? So, here we are again. I'm back in chains and you have your knife. So, what are we going to do?
one. The head on the figure cocks to the side. Is it inquisitive? Suspicious? Hostile? Its emotions are unreadable.
I guess we could just stare at each other?
The silence holds. Why am I being so quiet? Is it because I'm not there? I hate this silence. It's putting me on edge. Am I arguing with myself in there? Has that always happened in real time?
Like that.
I like that.
Why you're always quietly staring? I can't hear what's going on in there anymore now that I'm back in my own body. Do you want to share your thoughts? It'd only be polite, really.
Oh, you would like to hear what we're thinking, wouldn't you?
This is
the
teeth.
It's got human teeth. I don't like that. The bird has human teeth.
Birds with teeth is always like, that doesn't belong there anymore. You evolved that out of your face.
Yeah, get that out of there. Get that away.
Oh.
He raises the blade above his head, dangling it by the handle in front of his eyes.
But I think we hold the power right now.
Silence, as the figure continues to stare with a wild grin, but does not act.
How dull. We've already had our discussions in private. I'd rather not keep listening to the rest of you run in circles, repeating the same arguments again and again and again. It was so much more interesting when we had someone to mediate.
You can talk out loud? You can just do that?
You're just speaking as the cold now,
You can
right?
just do that. The cold?
Okay.
All right.
Fast. What?
I'm sorry. Did you just share privileged information with the enemy?
See, the bird does
Well,
talk
it
to
isn't
himself out
privileged
loud.
anymore, now is it? Do we really need all this secrecy?
Wait. So
just kinda
earlier
say
they're like,
What?
she can't hear you, you know. Can she?
But maybe, I guess, if you literally just say what the voices are saying out loud or let them say it out loud, I don't know, things get a little weird.
Oh my god. Okay.
I guess, like, I mean, maybe if there's no narrator, then they all just start talking. Because the narrator...
Well, no, that was the narrator, right? That's not the hero.
I don't...
Who's being all like, we're in power now. That's not the hero, is it?
I thought that was another Spectre of us.
Oh,
not
who
the
would that
narrator.
be?
I don't know. I don't know if that's someone we've met.
Okay, that's just like some other guy.
Or maybe it was the hero. I was thinking who's speaking right now is the hero. But that, I think that was someone said opportunist.
Okay.
Opportunist. Did we ever get the opportunist? I don't remember. Maybe in the den, that run or something. I don't know. All the realities collapse in on each other for me in my brain. This is wild. This is so wild. Huh.
No, we don't. Yes we do. Sidebar, everyone. Now. Chop chop.
Silence as the mind in front of you falls back into itself. Hi. There's no response.
Excuse me.
Nothing.
They're not listening to me.
Yeah, he's having a conversation with all of the voices right now. It's
We can wait for them to finish, right? How rude. I think you'll have to make them listen. Try being assertive.
Oh, that's interesting. Or wait for them to finish. I don't know. I kind of like or how rude. Yeah. I don't know.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm not gonna let them push us around like this. Hello? I'm trying to say something. Hey, I said I'm talking now. Will you listen to me?
So you are, and very loudly. Do you have something to say?
Oops. I mean, yeah. I already know about all that privileged information because he's in here with me.
Oh, how very interesting. Yeah, that changes things, doesn't it?
That's the hero. So I don't
That's
know.
the
Yeah, I don't know
hero.
who the orange is, but that's the hero.
Doesn't it? Oh, it changes things, all right. We get to take out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Wait, what?
Says the bird.
From what I remember, it's pretty easy to kill you the first time around. And this time you're back to being
very... what's the word? Fleshy? Yes, exactly. That's precisely the word I was looking for. You're fleshy now. No more of that incorporeality. Trust me, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think it would be easy.
This is wild.
And are you doing this?
That like the our I don't remember the like if the bird monster has a title or name, but like that he just continued looping and just picked up some more voice, like another voice along the way without us there to perceive it, and now
But
has
also,
returned.
did it, or did we imagine that's how it's supposed to work?
Oh, you are so right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't
guess
know. I mean, like, don't
kind
get
of
me
both.
wrong. We've got the long, quiet, good old tendrils coming off of them, but also
Right, the long quiet.
that's
what we are.
us. This isn't. I mean, it is, but you know what I mean. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, I most definitely am.
Oh!
You feel small as the monster in front of you attacks, blade raised and wings spreading.
Before anything happens, I just wanted to let you all know that we are not all on board with this. Now, we voted. It was not a majority decision, but we did have a plurality. He shouldn't count. Says who? Says me. He's not one of us. He's been here since the beginning. The old chum really deserves to say. Besides, you'll all thank us when this is finally over and we are officially on top. But enough chatter.
Oh, so you finally decided to do something, have you?
Silence for just a moment as cold eyes regard you.
Whoa.
And then silence still as soft eyes hesitate. You can feel the sharp sting of cold metal sliding deep into your chest. But you can feel something else, too. Fear as your legs wobble, and then as...
Princess collapses against the wall.
Oh!
Oh, wait. Put us back.
What?
Put
Oh!
us back.
What?
See?
What?
That was easy.
It was
Opportunist.
too easy. It felt bad.
Don't feel bad. Life is all about taking the easy wins. You don't think the people at the top got there because they worked for it, do you? I mean, of course they did. Hard work is important.
Yeah, hard work often goes unappreciated. Why bother?
Yeah, screw hard work. I guarantee you that anyone who's anyone has done nothing but take shortcuts.
This is so funny now knowing that this is going on in real time, and she's just like
Yeah.
sitting there like,
We're just
yo,
staring
what's
with
up?
yeah, like with our big old eyes
Yeah.
silently.
Am
Wow.
I supposed to find that impressive? Of course you are. I got us here, didn't I? Yes, everyone's very impressed with your accomplishments. But in case you hadn't noticed, she isn't dead yet. So how about
She's
you
just
finish
chilling.
this before you start celebrating yourself?
What are you
Yeah, we
waiting for? You won, didn't you? Not that it's hard executing a helpless captive.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Oh. Hey. I'm back in my body. Good to be back, boys. Finish the job. Drop the blade. Turn around and leave.
Oh. Whoa. So, a save. Yes, a save. Oh my god. I'm intrigued by, oh hey, I'm back in my body, and
Oh,
good to be back,
you're
boys.
different. You're back, just as I intended. I was never cut out for leadership, really.
You're right. It's quiet again. Are you still going to kill me?
Ooh, should we? It would be so easy. Absolutely. Nothing of substance has changed. She remains a threat to the entire world.
Yeah, sorry about that. Click. I'm obviously not gonna kill you. I don't know what I want to do. I'm obviously not going to kill you.
I kind of like the not killing you option. See what that does. Yeah.
Then the only thing left to do is cut me out of here. You should give the knife to me, though. What if you using it kicks you out of your body again?
Okay, listen. I know you're in charge again, but this is obviously a trick. We can't trust her. We literally just stabbed her.
You're true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's
Someone's
a good
going to
point.
have to take a leap of faith eventually.
Oh.
What you thinking?
Oh.
What you thinking?
Ooh. I say we give her the blade. Because either she cuts herself out or she just gives us a big old stabby stab. And either way, I think both options are interesting.
Earned, yes.
Yeah.
You hand the blade to the princess, who gingerly cuts herself free from her bindings.
You maniac.
Maniac. And then what happens? Then, as her chains clatter to the floor, she turns her back on you and hurls the blade through the basement window, never to be seen again. No, 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 no. You need the blade to deal with her.
I find it really interesting that both of these new endings that we have encountered are just the princess.
They are.
Yeah, I just find that really interesting given everything else in the game. Just very fascinating that they're both just the princess.
Yeah, it's just her and the agency returning to her. Again, out of us choosing to return the agency to her. But like, yeah, that's very true. We haven't gotten like a monster.
Yeah, we have not had body horror. We have not had. I mean, I guess she just cut off her own hand, but like whatever.
She did.
You know, that's par for the course.
But she realized back into like a full on like fleshy body, just like the princess. Yeah,
just really interesting. I don't know.
I'm so glad that's behind us. Come on, let's get out of here.
She reaches forward.
Yeah, two different endings of holding the hand of the princess.
Wow.
Excitedly pulling you towards the basement stairs.
Huh.
Yeah? And what does it feel like? Is it nice?
You don't get this. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. This is not your doing. Fuck off, opportunist. I guess opportunist. He's like, well,
exactly. It's like, oh wait,
is it good?
Oh wait, a hand-holding session. Oh goodness, do I like it?
Oh, okay. Tell me more.
You can tell a lot of things about someone from their handshake. I want to know more about the person we decided unanimously to throw our lot in with. Ugh, whatever. It's delicate and tender. So even through everything, she hasn't forgotten what it's like to have a heart. That'll do.
I hope she stabs us.
I kind of hope she does too when we get
rush
out
up
there.
The basement stairs together. Ugh. Welcome back, by the way. Yes, we all missed you so very much. I missed you the most. You weren't even here until he was gone.
We didn't even recognize you.
It doesn't matter. If you step through that door, you're damning every single person alive. You do realize that, yes? Who cares?
One last door, and then we're free. I'm down a hand, so you'll have to be the one to open it.
I guess we step into freedom. That would still be interesting if she runs out there and grabs a knife.
In your hand and step forward into the world you've damned. You and the princess fall to the ground, exhausted. I hope this all comes back to bite you, do you hear? I hope you're forced to feel the weight of all the regret.
Bye.
Bye.
But he doesn't finish his thought before disappearing entirely. And you find yourself free of any of the regrets he wished upon you.
I didn't think I'd ever get to be happy, but I think I am.
I want her to, on other arm, have knife and go thwack. I know it's not going to happen, but it just would be really, I don't know.
It would be very interesting.
I don't feel like we earned this one.
Not quite. At least in
the last
in
one
the
felt incredibly like, oh yeah, like the
cathartic.
yeah, the catharsis of this. This feels like we stabbed her a couple times, and then we're like, not a third time though. Don't you worry.
I get, yeah. Even though I guess she, did get stabbed a third time, but not by us. So I guess this is her addressing us. You know, that has been in her body.
We stabbed her twice.
That's true. We did stab her
It
twice.
wasn't the cold. It wasn't the opportunist. It was us.
We did it. Yeah.
Oh well.
Yep.
I just didn't realize that being happy would feel so cold.
Yeah. Bye. I guess.
Yeah. Bye.
Sorry.
That was interesting for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that resolution though.
No, I didn't either. I really, it's not that I expected the knife turn, but I think the fact that I desired it speaks to my general, I don't know. Interesting though.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
The achievement was you share a quiet moment after really getting to know each other. I feel like maybe, I don't know if we skipped some dialogue, but I feel like it would have been nice to chat with her a bit longer.
We probably should have. Yeah, we probably should have like.
I mean, it wasn't in our hands. It just progresses sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Okay. Let's go.
I guess we'll go look at the mirror.
I'm not attached to these versions of our voices. They were rude and mean to me, so they can
Yeah,
go.
we don't need to listen to them.
Doesn't
Get out of
feel
here.
right. It feels
I mean, the hero's
different.
fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
sorry, the hero. Yeah, unfortunately, you are lumped into this.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. Okay. Yeah, we've got a lot of look at this guy.
Yeah.
We really saw a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. In the long quiet again. All right, let's
What do
go
you have
talk
say
to her.
about
What do you
this one?
What do you think about this one?
It's kind of identical.
Cityscapes become pockets
In a weird
of
way.
vitality and movement. I am more whenever you are ready.
Okay.
It's like it's similar in a lot of ways, but not as resolved.
Oh no, like
you know?
our experiences are very different.
Yeah.
It just I don't know.
Thoughts on the vessel?
Yeah.
This one is perspectives bleeding into one.
Huh.
You know her better than you know yourself. She will make for an empathetic heart. Do not mourn her, for you would not mourn yourself.
Okay.
For you would not mourn yourself. That line gave me chills. Whoa. I guess we're ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Every time. Every time. It gets me.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so.
You're on a path in the woods.
All right.
Whoa.
It's not
You're
new,
here.
but do you want to quickly do? Oh wait, I don't think you can. Never mind. What else do we want to do that's new?
Well, we were saying reject everything, become
I
ungovernable.
don't think we can do that given where we are.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. That would have to be on the first loop, right?
Yeah.
Or the first run. Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, I am looking at the time, and I know we've gone a little bit late, but I would you be okay if we did a very short break before we
We'll
continued?
come back when we end.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah, I feel like we should just like putz around for a little bit. Like we could explore other routes there, but like if we come back in 10 minutes, we'll have 10 minutes.
That's true. Okay. I can wait. We can keep playing.
I mean, if you want to step away, we can.
No, it's all good. I just had to go to the bathroom.
No, I know. I understand. That's why I'm like, if you need to step away, but also alternatively, we could end.
No, you know what? I kind of want to see if we can get through another route here. I think we could totally do that, because then that'll put us like, I think, right at time. Honestly. Well,
we can't do another 3-chapter route.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, each of those are over an hour.
Do we want to list with chapter 2's like new content, like the ones we could poke around over there? We could do that. That is true. Is it too open-ended for us to just try something organic? Or do we want to be more precise here at the end? Like if we just do one.
I feel like that puts us in risk of taking even longer.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
I mean, I think we know that the prisoner has new stuff.
We could try the prisoner. Yeah, that's true.
Prisoner has new stuff. Yeah, we can do the prisoner. The prisoner's just leaving her, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Is that shit? I'm trying to remember if that's taking the knife too or not. Let's try for the prisoner. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's you take the knife, go in, and then leave?
Yeah, exactly. We take the knife.
Take the blade from the table.
But we don't use it, I think. Okay. Just checking in on you.
Okay.
Yeah, Let's see.
Do we
just
talk?
Here to talk? No, I'm ready.
Then why did you bring a knife with you?
It's a great question.
You drop it, and then we can chat.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
If we keep holding on to the knife, can we still free her?
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we talk?
You're so close. Yeah. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Fine, I guess we're at an impasse. Gwen at the princess while holding onto the blade. Drop the blade, slay the princess. I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Alright, I think we drop the blade. Or are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Drop the blade, yeah.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship. Let's see. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
This was the very first interaction I think we ever had with the princess.
Yeah, we
we're
went to
right
the
now.
razor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. Do you think I just come here to kill you? I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
What would I get? Or how would I get you out of here? Yeah, how?
Yeah,
You
how we do that?
can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Sorry, I didn't mean this exact conversation was what we did first. What we did first was come down with the knife, talk and waffle for a while, and then we
exactly.
Yeah.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Do you know I'm just looking through here. These people think they can into the world.
I think we can proceed.
You think we've talked enough? Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Getting you out of here.
Oh,
Yeah.
You have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
So if we go upstairs, we leave her here, and then we don't come back down, right? Is that what we want to? Is that
No, I
just
think
we're
we're
getting
gonna
the
get
prisoner?
stuck. Oh, well, let's just see. Let's just see how this
Okay.
plays out.
I'll
Yeah.
be here.
Yeah,
You
I was about to
attempt
say,
make
like,
your
I
way
think
out
I
of
think
the
it's just
basement,
literally
but
the
door
damsel.
at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Okay, back down.
You
Yeah.
make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Yeah, like literally the damsel.
Yep.
I heard the
No,
door
those lines were
slam.
the same.
They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
I
How
like
is she so
seeing them side by
composed after
side.
losing an arm?
Yeah, it's
It's like
interesting
she
seeing
isn't
both
even
of them.
bothered by it.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
No, resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe
Basil's
I'll
got
see
things
you
to
in
say.
another life.
She always has things to say. She goes, bow wow.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Honestly, thank you. That's a lot better than the alternative that we had.
Yeah.
Her face remains unchanged as she
is
watches
great
you
art.
collapse to the ground, blood
Love this.
flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid
I love
it
the way
is.
she holds the knife.
Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth.
Yep.
Bubba,
Bubba, do you want to play the game?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to.
Okay, all right.
Basil's like, get to the prisoner.
We did it, Basil. Are you excited?
All right,
warning.
who's with us?
Before you go any further, she will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Wink.
Did you just say
Wink.
wink out loud? No, I didn't. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Take that, man. He called you a clown.
It's really funny having all the context of like our
The
big
interior of the
hulking
cabin
bird
is
body
lesser.
going through all of this. These
Yes.
voices.
I completely agree. Unfortunately / wonderfully, that last chapter has permanently affected my read of what's going on in all the rest of this game.
Yes. It's like it was one of those explanations where I was like, should I have had that explanation or not? Like, I don't know if I should be seeing this.
I
You know?
It's probably more information than is good for the game to give me, but also it is very funny. Yeah.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
All right.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Okay.
Is the hero still here?
Yeah, I think the hero is probably still here, but we'll see.
I would think so.
I feel like the
Should we
hero
look at-
doesn't really go anywhere.
That's true.
Say anything about me? Well, the basement.
Yeah, just basement. Just get out of here. Yeah.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Funny.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here. I'm gonna sit with her. What's up?
Yeah.
You step towards the princess, but she
Hello.
stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There is fine.
I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
One of the options was to sit closer.
Yeah, just invade her
interesting.
personal space.
Yeah.
My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall, who is it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm just gonna leave you here. What would you have me do?
Yeah.
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
I mean, she definitely can cut herself out of there, although it's a lot harder with the neck one.
Cut her head off?
Yeah. I think that's
doesn't
probably
sound
what's about to
great.
happen.
What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Okay. I mean,
Can you go down to the bottom real quick?
yeah.
I think I'm just going to leave, actually. You're not much of a threat anymore, locked up like that. Bye!
No, we're not doing that one.
That's wild.
We can either cut her out ourselves or we can give her the knife. I'm fine with... This one is all about boundaries, right?
Yes, that's what it seems like. So, do we want to give her the knife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to. I mean, obviously we're not doing the let's shackle ourselves in here with her again, because we've already done
that before. Yeah. We could try and cut her out, or we could let her cut herself out.
Yeah, here you go.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. It's almost like there are very real limits to your power.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The world ends if we fail, right? Her killing us might not be our only failure state, if you catch my meaning.
I don't know where you're going with this. Could you explain?
Yeah, sure. I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves. Ruin this whole thing.
You wouldn't.
I'm not afraid of dying. Are you?
A little. You got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing?
What do you think, man?
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
No.
Watch an uneasy silence. Ugh.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned.
Oh.
She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
What do you mean?
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Thanks. We
Thanks,
did a good
narrator.
job.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Leave the basement and claim a reward?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Fine.
right. Bye.
If we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Okay. Her
With
knife
your
is
work
back.
done, you remove the
Okay.
blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door. Check the door.
You open the
Our
cabin door,
reward.
ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This
What?
is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay.
I like how
This
this
is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
version of the we follow the narrator's rules to a T version has all the wind sucked out of it. It's just very like, oh, well, I mean, it's this again, but even less good than before.
Yes, yeah, it really is, because we like getting happily ever after first has really like, this one feels like an extra punch in the gut too. Like, oh yeah.
Hell it is.
It's bullshit. Let us out of here. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this. I was kind of hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world.
Kind of like that one.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
It's interesting having a second voice during the sequence as well. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. What do you suggest then? I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time, and I'm going to accept my reward now. Oh, interesting.
Whoa.
I mean, this is like the different,
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
We're happy.
He's just saying things.
The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Great, thanks.
Oh, it's good ending. Yeah.
No, you stop
Oh.
that. Stop all this
What?
Yeah, I was about to say, this is why it's interesting.
really
It's
don't
not good
want to
ending
be
because
happy,
we
do
have
you?
another voice.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, I wasn't comparing it to Happily Ever After. I was comparing it to Good Ending.
Oh, I
Because it is
see
good
now.
ending. It's just
This is
good ending, but after we've already died and after we have another voice.
You're right. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, that's why this is also
Oh.
interesting. Is it's good ending delayed. It's good ending with all the air sucked out of it.
Yes, 100%. Like we weren't supposed to have these voices here, and the narrator is trying to be like, no, they're not here. Don't worry about that. But
Yeah.
we accidentally picked them up along the way, and
Yeah, I just think it's really interesting.
We still
Yeah.
have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Is there really no other way? Because I don't want to use the blade on myself, but I liked being happy. I'll that's the first one.
I like that. Yeah.
If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
Oh. But I liked being happy. Are you really going to take that away from me?
That wasn't real happiness. The truth is still out there for us to find, but we can't find it here.
Do you want to give the blade to the voice of the skeptic?
Okay.
Or do you want to tell the skeptic no?
No. Yeah.
All right. I'll make this quick.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to
You
turn down
goddamn
immortality
spiteful bastard.
just to make me lose?
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
Yeah,
Oh!
fine. The little voice raises the pristine blade to your throat and cuts it open. You rapidly bleed out and then you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
The cage.
Okay.
Ow.
Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, see?
Hey.
All done. That wasn't so bad, was it, buddy?
There's more chains.
There's
Oh
a
my
lot
God,
of chains.
The parallax on this one is wacky.
Whoa.
Look at it go.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
But it was so bad. I don't
The broken.
like dying. I don't like being cold and alone in the dark. I don't think anybody likes dying, but hey, at least it's over. We got better. And now we can move on. Things will work out this time. I know it.
Oh, don't coddle him. For all we know, we'll have to die hundreds of times to get to the bottom of things. Maybe even thousands. He needs to toughen up.
Toughen up. You're both freaks. I'm having a rational reaction to what just happened. I'm normal. A normal person gets traumatized from dying. And from watching someone cut her own head off. Hold on, did you say thousands? How can it possibly take us thousands of lives to find a way out of it?
Obviously, we need a large sample size in order to figure out our optimal plan. We need statistical significance.
Okay, so the skeptic is okay. Skeptic didn't necessarily mean I love murder to me, but I guess that's where we've landed.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that this is where the direction that the skeptic has gone in.
Okay.
But, okay,
I'll
buddy.
have you know that my reality is not a data point in your misguided attempt at an experiment. You've clearly already been here before, and judging by how deranged you all are, you've already been here more than once. I'll spare you my full introduction, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities. Not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Should be still Should we talk about how we still have the blade? We've never started with the blade before. That is a great point.
Oh, that is interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of want to. I mean, we should see the other
let's
ones
hear.
before we pick it. Oh,
I hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it? Holding a
Ugh.
weapon shouldn't feel so natural. It's proof that we're being guided by an unfeeling lunatic. We need to try talking to her.
Oh, should we talk about our feelings? That'll get us nowhere. Trust me. They're too easy for her to manipulate, too illogical. We can't puzzle our way out of things if we listen to our heart.
It's really weird that we've ended up in the we love murder route when our choices so far have been don't murder and then trust her to take the blade.
yeah.
You know what I
it's-
mean? Like, this is
yeah,
one of the few times we really haven't gone buck wild with our violence.
That's a good point. That is very true, and it feels like it's to me it's reading as the skeptic like pushing back against that denial of violence, you know? Like the skeptic has been warped so much that it's like, okay, well, if we're not solving this with violence, what else are we supposed to do? Go solve it with violence. Like I don't know. That's kind of how I'm reading it, even though it's like it's been giving agency back to her. But now this chapter's called The Cage too, and it's like there's something weird going on here.
Yeah, this one's just feeling odd because it's all about like the blade feeling comfortable in our hand where we have not ever used our knife. We gave it to the princess and then we gave it to the princess and then we got killed by the skeptic.
We gave it to her each time. The only time we used the knife was on ourselves.
Nope.
Yeah.
The skeptic used it on
Oh,
us.
the skeptic used it. Right.
I'm just saying that it is interesting where this has thus far been an abdication of violence resulting in us, you know, having it framed as comfortable with it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So would you say that we're holding the knife right now? Like it's actually skeptic holding the knife?
No,
for
I
us?
think we are. I'm just saying this feels weird. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
fair.
don't think I even need to comment on that. What a sorry, sorry voice you are.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
She died last time, and the way you decided to thank us was locking us in a happiness void forever. Yeah.
So I didn't mishear you earlier. That doesn't make any sense, though. She's not supposed to be suicidal. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
We weren't satisfied with your happy little prison.
But it has happy right there in the name. It wasn't actually very happy. Well, what's done is done and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this...
I'm not taking the blade again. Toss the weapon into the woods. That would be interesting.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's try it.
Are you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right.
Do it.
Nah,
She
get it outta
can't
here.
talk to us at knife point. That's no way to get a real conversation started.
You're all being ridiculous. Why would we disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare.
Do it.
Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
You
Skeptic.
don't have to listen to him. He hasn't gotten us anywhere.
I'm in charge, and I say we're tossing the blade. You had your chance last time, and we all saw how that worked out for us.
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance at victory far off into the woods, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up.
Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. The fact that you already made your decision. As much as I'd like to turn back the clock, we'll all just have to suffer the consequences of what you've done. That's how decisions work.
You did the right thing.
No way out but through. Let's go.
All
see
right,
her.
let's go.
You stand at the edge of
Whoa.
a cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
It's dreary, but of course it is. We're dreary, and so is she.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
All right, let's go.
Me
to the
too.
cabin.
I
Every
too am gonna
surface
be.
of
Yeah,
the cabin is
jeez.
draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already foolishly threw away your weapon, but still, your objective awaits. And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. All I see is a mirror. What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
It doesn't matter. What are we going to do, look at ourselves? I've had enough introspection. I want to see someone else. I want to see her.
But it does matter. It's obviously important. It has to be. Otherwise it wouldn't be here.
I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. Just get to the basement, okay? The door's on the other side of the room. Then, I guess there's nowhere for us to go but forward.
Yep.
You step
All right.
out onto the floor.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Or what should have been a floor. Should have been? Yes, unfortunately. You realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Oh dear.
We just fell through the knot floor.
She's bringing us back to her.
Or we just happened to fall through an unstable floor. She's a prisoner here. How much agency do you think she has?
More than you'd like, I'm sure.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin,
Ouch.
their hooks digging into your muscle.
Ah.
You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space.
We really got
The
got
glinting
by
of
those
yet more
chains.
chains merely hinting at its full dimensions.
Holy
You dangle
shit,
a few
we did.
feet off the bare concrete floor. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
The princess has caught us, buddy. Like,
Okay, but bummed.
that's funny.
As
I
your
like that
eyes
dude.
adjust
Come
to your
on.
new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom,
hooks.
obscured in
Yep.
shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Hello? Are you mad at me? So you can come back too. Look, I'm sorry about what happened last time. I'm supposed to be sorry, right? Why the hell did you cut her? I'm gonna ask why did you cut your head off?
I like that one, yeah.
Or we can wait, but I do kind of like this one.
We were trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
At least the skeptic was, so maybe
But
they
you are
asked
met
that.
with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as
She
it
doesn't have a
sways
head.
in the stale air around you.
Yeah.
The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
She won't even speak to us. We did this.
Hello? Talking to you. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry about what happened last time. Try to slip free, remain silent.
The princess
Hello?
takes
Yeah,
a
that's
slow
good.
step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
As your
she
vision
does have a head.
Oh, she's got her head.
Your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows. The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person. It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
So much for talking it out. Doesn't seem like she's too interested, does it?
It's not too late. You threw away that blade for a reason. Now talk to her.
What is your problem with me? I've only ever tried to help you, which is true.
That is true,
let me
at least
down.
in this route.
Yeah, let me down. Killing me isn't gonna fix this. Look, I didn't even bring the knife. I just wanted to talk with you. Let's maybe this one and then this one.
Yeah, let's do that third one. Yeah.
You're pleading with me as if I have a say over anything that happens here. Shouldn't you know by now that I don't? And neither do you.
The body
Yeah, she is
takes
right,
another
though.
step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
The poor thing. She thinks it's easier to be detached. But buried pain is still pain, whether she knows it or not.
This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
None of this is my fault. I haven't done anything to you except give you my weapon twice. She? Are you talking about your body as if it's separate from you? A separate person? It's you. What do you mean you're just a watcher? You cut off your own head last time. You made that decision. You've made choices. And you've never stopped. You're choosing violence right now.
What's that top one where we're like, we've given you our weapon twice?
Sure.
And when the time comes, you'll give it to me again. And then she'll do something horrible with it. I wonder what it'll be this time. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife. We even told her that earlier.
Yeah? Is that right? I bring you the knife? Where do you think it is? You clearly weren't listening to me earlier because I already told you I threw that knife away. I ditched it before I could even get to the cabin. There's no grand scheme guiding us to a predetermined path. We're both agents of chaos who make our own choices. And this time I chose to talk to you. Unarmed. Your pattern's broken. I'm unarmed.
What's interesting is that I wonder if coming into this timeline, manifesting in with the knife is like, that's what she's perceived. Like, that choice was already made in a way, you know? Like, coming in here, waking up, you're on a path in the woods, and you've got the knife in hand. And it's like, that was the trigger point. I'm wondering.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter that we threw it away.
Well, I think quite the opposite. I think it does matter. I think we've broken the script.
Oh, I like that. I like that interpretation too. Yeah. So you're thinking we're chaos.
I mean, I just think literally that all of these are about the fact that the script is broken.
Oh, yeah. Just from the start. Like, yeah. Honestly, any of these are good.
Okay.
Either that one or like your pattern's broken. I'm unarmed.
But that's not
So
right.
simple.
That's not the reality I've been looking at. You shouldn't have been able to do that.
The body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
Huh. She stopped. What is that supposed to mean?
You've been the one listening to me. You made yourself stop. And now you can decide to finally let me down. What do you actually want? The only way we can get out of here is if you drop your guard, just like I did. I think you know what it's supposed to mean. Well, are you ready to talk?
Oh. I don't know. It's asking what do you actually want feels a little futile in a weird way, but I think you know what it's supposed to mean, or well, are you ready to talk are both interesting options.
What? Like the answer's obvious? Like it's staring me right in the face? Just like you? Oh.
Suddenly, the chains loosen, the hooks sliding from your skin. You come crashing to the floor, and as the chains rain down around you, her body falls too. The room settles into comforting silence. No more rattling of chains, no more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess's body, only the soft click of the latch as it opens the door of the cage.
So that's really all it took?
The truth was right there the whole time. We just needed to believe we were better than this. But that can't be it. It's supposed to be more complicated than that.
I've been telling you that since the moment we got here. At least you finally decided to listen to me.
I guess you were right. It's usually the most complicated problems that have the simplest solutions.
That is absolutely not how this works.
Looks like we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. the Narrator. If that even is your real name.
Okay, Sceptic.
Shh. Hush. Let her talk.
I want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
The princess's body doesn't stand, instead holding the cage aloft, beckoning you to come near. If you take her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right?
It's the end of a world. Your world. But not ours. Sometimes you need to break things to build something better.
Besides, we already made our choice, all the way back in the woods. Nothing you can do about it now. I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start. I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I? But even if I'm doomed to go, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then. You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point. And then you take her from her prison. She looks up at you, and for the first time since you laid eyes on her, she smiles warmly.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
But the body points, and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far, far above you.
I'll pull us out of here, if you just hold on.
Then let's leave. There's nothing left for us here.
I'm game.
So am I.
Then get on with it.
This one is interesting.
You wrap your hand in the chain, holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you.
Are you trying to pull us up?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Your cursor.
Rise out the pit.
If I go high enough, it will look like I'm slowing.
The parallaxing makes it look like I'm climbing.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
Yeah, it's like...
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing
our
its
arm.
part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing back into the shadows of the basement.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an if. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
Maybe she has a point, in a way. Our bodies don't matter.
We're almost there. I can smell the night air.
She's sacrificed a lot to get here. More than we did, I think.
And then the chain stops its ascent, depositing you safely in the cabin doorway. I guess you never closed it behind you. Well, there's only one thing left for you to do.
Shall we?
You know, it's funny. All of this talk about free will. And I feel like I'm locked into this outcome.
I mean, what's the alternative? Dropping me to prove a point?
Huh, I hadn't even considered that. Should it be an option? Can it be an option?
No, it's not an option. We're not cruel for the sake of being cruel.
I'm joking, by the way. Please don't drop me.
It would certainly be a new data point.
Probably wouldn't work anyways. It'd make that perfectly good blade you threw out completely meaningless.
Can you? I actually have an idea. If you made a save here and we picked one, would it be really, really wild if we came back in another, like, next time and we did the other option right here?
No, you can't.
Oh, Gina, I didn't know you picked drop.
I'll be damned. Did I just will that option into existence? After everything?
You sure kept your cards close to your chest. Smartly played. We haven't seen what happens if we're the ones that beat her, but we'll see what happens now.
We're a monster, aren't we? Maybe we always have been.
Well, no time for taking it back. It's done. As she plunges into the abyss. Can't believe I was all doom and gloom just a moment ago. Congratulations. You might just have saved.
Oh, we still lost the narrator.
All of that,
Huh.
just to take it all away. You're cold.
Sorry.
Sorry. Wow. Wow, I did not expect you to just go.
Free will.
Woo!
She's gone.
This bitch empty.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Sorry, I
That was-
love
that was-
the narrator's read of that final line. Too late to take it back. She's gone.
She's got. We got the achievement free will.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was just very funny. Oh man.
Approach the
yeah.
mirror.
I do want to
Yeah.
ask what she thinks of this aspect, and then we can reload and
This
see what
doesn't
the other
feel
one
right.
is.
It feels
Sounds good.
different.
You're right.
I don't want to look at us.
Bye.
Bye. What do we look like? Yeah.
Gooey.
Gooey, drippy. Let's go to the cabin. It's just a... Oh, that's kind of cool.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How do you feel about this vessel?
This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart.
Cool. Okay.
Oh. All right.
I think
want-
the in the end, this vessel is the same.
I think so. Yeah, we can step into freedom and see what happens. Yeah.
And so you step into a world ended by your hand. What a travesty. Goodbye. It's been awful. Is he still there?
I think he's gone.
Yes, he is. Which means we're finally free, I think.
Thank you so much. I didn't think this was possible, but here we are. It's a little cold out here, isn't it?
Dropping the head is the right choice. It's objectively the funniest thing that could happen there.
That was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Man.
Yeah. Let's go up and ask the shifting mound, allegory of the
You're
cage,
right.
and the last one we got was free will.
Yep. Man, oh man, that ruled. Oh
my god. Goodbye.
I and all of
Anything different about this version?
I figured it's worth asking.
What do you think of this one?
this one is a locked door to which you held the key. She will make for an open heart if you let her.
That was different.
That was
Do
different.
not mourn her. She is no longer bound.
All right.
Okay, I guess take us back.
I will
It's
be
not gonna
here
scare me
when
this time.
for us
It's not
to
gonna scare me
begin.
this time. God damn it. It's always like at a moment when I'm like I think it's so loud and sudden.
That is
That one was interesting because there was like two things happening there. I mean, obviously the whole concept of free will and trying to give will to the princess, and her just continuously trapping herself instead. Like, I see that allegory for sure. I'm confused by the skeptics' sort of reactions to that. Like you were saying before, like with the knife and the violence, but
that one felt
maybe
a little,
less so now.
Less pinned down than the others, if I'm gonna be real. To your point, it felt like there was like 4 or 5 things it was trying to do, and it didn't necessarily feel like those things lined up with the actions we took. I definitely think the look at free will for her and taking, accepting her own agency and understanding that these actions that harmed her were done by her own hand, is interesting. Like, it feels like that's the line, but the problem is there is no she. She is driven by how we perceive her, and I think that's where it gets a little muddy, is I'm not sure what we are in this scenario, and how it resulted in what it resulted in. I don't know. It, like I said, that one felt a little less pinned down, but
yeah, the way I'm trying to sort of reconcile sort of the connection between her free will and her us giving her free will and then her sort of caging herself up, paired with the skeptic, who kind of approaches this from confusion and I need to solve it, which I think then in turn feeds into the, well, I'm giving you all of these tools and methods to like take care of yourself. Why aren't you doing that? There's something else going on here, but we need to figure it out. Like, that's kind of where I'm sort of seeing what the interaction is between her, the way she's, utilizing free will versus how we are, how the Long Quiet is interpreting that. That's what I think I see as the dialogue happening there. I don't know how successful it was. I think on the princess's side, I totally got it. But from like on our side, I'm questioning a little bit. But it's interesting for sure.
No, I think it's very interesting. I think the only reason I struggle with it is it feels like it's one where you work backwards, where the conclusion of these two forces within a predetermined structure trying to find out where their agency ends and where the scripted narrative begins, which is unavoidable given that this is both a scripted game, it is a game with a narrator, it is a game with limited choices, but it's also a game driven by choices, that it makes perfect sense to analyze what it means to have free will in a system that fundamentally does not allow it. I think where I struggle is I'm not sure how I feel about the actions that led to that conclusion, because they were the options where they're the options where we relinquished control and had to deal with the outcomes. But only sort of. Because we were trying to have control. We didn't relinquish control in the first one. Relinquishing control would have been letting the narrator stab her, whereas we resisted, and we warned her and all of that. So I think this one just felt a little bit out of mismatch with the choices that led to it. But I think it's visually, stunning, and was a really cool chapter when it comes to that design. But yeah, I think these three were really, really interesting. I think they were probably the most positive three endings that we've seen, other than, I guess, the Thorn.
Yeah. Like, I really enjoyed coming back to this and getting these three, like, side by side. I felt like they kind of all paired well with each other. And opening with that first ending was, like, really powerful. And it was really good.
That first one knocked it out of the park. I think it was really, really, really strong. It was sad but lovely. I really, really liked that first one, like, a whole lot. But yeah, I think it's also worth noting that it's not like these are three random endings we got that happened to have synergy. These are, from what I understand, three of the primary additions to this game, and the fact that these three endings have narrative cohesion and similarities makes sense because they are part of the same sort of pack. And I think they're very interesting to experience together. This is not an experience I can ever have, but I am very interested about how these feel if you get them naturalistically scattered amongst the rest. But I'm very glad to have experienced them regardless.
I agree. I was honestly thinking that the whole time too. I was like, what would it be like if you're playing this for the first time and you've, like, you get like the razor, and then in the next one you get the happily ever after, like getting them sort of broken up like that. I mean, I guess it would feel like they're broken up, but I would still probably be able to draw the thematic cohesion amongst them and be like, okay, I'm sensing the thesis of this game through these endings,
but are these endings the thesis of the game? I think is a broader question.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, because again, from this moment forward, from the moment this game was released, this is the whole game. These are not an expansion necessarily. These are folded like egg whites into the batter of the rest of the game and baked to the point where they're like not distinguishable from one another. So I don't know, which I think is fascinating. Regardless, I'm very glad that we spent time playing this. I know we're way over time because we started another ending exactly when I said we shouldn't do that.
We did. But thanks for sticking late with us, everyone. Yeah. I'm glad we did it, though. I'm glad we got through it. Yeah.
And I'm glad to have gotten to spend some time revisiting this game. It's a really, really special one. I love its voice. I love its just vibe. I love getting to spend a little bit of time here. So thank you all so much for being here with us.
It was really special to pick it back up again and to like hang out with it and look at some of the new stuff. So yeah, thank you again, everybody, for joining us for this little like post-campaign extra bit of Slay the Princess. And again, thank you for sticking a little late. And this was really nice. I had a lot of time, good time checking it out. So yeah.
Alrighty,
thank you, everyone.
Well, we will see you all next time, and thank you for a beautiful evening.
Bye, everyone.